He has psychic.
Jones got under it a little, kicked in towards centre half. There's a mark to Neil Chandler.
Chandler now on the ground for the Blues. He takes his kick deep down forward. The players come out the metre. Kekovich has a chance. Charlie Payne from behind. Here's a go now. Oh, Crosswell fell on top of it. His shoulder's gone.
Gee, something collapsed then.
It's against him. Well, it hasn't.
What happened?
It's quite possession. Look, if his shoulder had gone for mine. There's a kick now from Charlie Payne towards the wing position on the outer side. It's Chandler once again.
Wasn't a bad move bringing him on.
Good player, this kid. Chandler now comes up to take his kick. It's a low trajectory drop kick. The players move out, but there they go. It hits the ground. A chance for Charlie Payne. He's grabbed, however. Big Nichols comes in. He's doing battle with Eppes. Eppes is free. Yes.
Gotta get the free.
Oh, yes. And 15 yards.
Oh, that's right. He's got to give it back on the full, doesn't he?
That's right.
Stupid rule.
Almost 12 minutes of the final quarter gone. Up comes Eppes to take his kick now. That's a good one, almost into the centre of the ground. Up they go. Oh, looks like Jones came out with it. Jones now kicks down forward. The players set themselves. The Carlton forwards are behind, taken by Crosswell. Crosswell snaps over his shoulder. Look at this.
Turner, a hand pass. Comes out there, and Keane drives it up the roads. Bernie Quinlan goes to punch. Barwick tries to get out of the pack. Is it holding the ball? The umpire said he had no hope. And they're good decisions under these, when you see the sides so close as they are at the moment. But
well, Barwick had no chance whatsoever, Lou. No sooner did it land in his arms than he was tackled, and he must have a chance.
The ball up about 30 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. Bernie Quinlan, over it goes to Carter. He runs into Bernie Quinlan. McIver's clear. A snap and goal. But that'll make it a goal, the difference. Oh, golly, don't tell me the Swans get a goal. It's going to be a drawn game.
VFL would like it.
88 plays, 94, a difference of 6 points. And time running out for the Swans because we're just on the 27-minute mark of this last quarter. And what a game it's been today, fellas.
Murphy takes the mark. The 50-metre defence line. He'll get a 15-metre penalty. They've got to get a goal with this forward thrust, otherwise they're done. 57 minutes gone. I reckon about a minute and a half left to play. Healy tried to suffer it forward. And Fitzroy trying to smother it. They had better luck, or better success, perhaps.
I think Fitzroy are going to hang on.
Yes, I agree with you.
Well, we thought this last week. It's just still one kick the difference. Two kicks in fact. If the Swans have to win,
I don't think the Swans can win it. It'll be a draw if they get the goal. No Fitzroy. McIver now. McIver for half forward. Harris grabbed by Bolton. And again a star match from umpire Peter Cameron. So this is playing right into the hands of Fitzroy. Nearly 28 minutes gone. The siren imminent. Fitzroy will be in the preliminary final for mine. I can't see the Swans winning it now. Coleman. Murphy. Hawk, well tackled by Dwyer. Up the half forward. Off the boot of Bays. Thornton. Turner from left centre wing. Long kick up towards half forward. At the back as Roberts pumps the ball clear. Holden out to the wing, but the Fitzroy defence is standing firm in front. Clayton. Williams. Can he do something with it? He's gone for a pass to Morwood. Beautifully done from Blakey. Browning. Morwood. This is their chance if they're good enough. Neagle has to go along. They need a mark. Capper or McAsey. At the back is Roos. 5 points the difference. Now if they can get a goal. If.
Well, what's the burning question? Can they get a goal? 5 points the difference. 94 plays 89 into this last quarter by just on 29 minutes. I think they may hang in. There's the kick going at Thornton. Drops it short. Harris. He's been a match winner in this last quarter. Breaks clear. And the further it goes into their attacking zone, the less hope that the Swans have. Barwick now. Up to Quinlan and Carter. Pushed out. Quinlan goes after it again. He's in a bit of trouble. Hooks it back. We'll wait on the result. It's out of bounds. It'll be a throw, but that'll suit Fitzroy because it's deep in their attacking zone. And I think they may hang on. 5 points the difference. 89 plays, 94 in favour of the line. We're back into play again. Williams trying to get through the pack. Finally, Coleman comes out with it. The kick is a wild one out there towards the half-back right in front. That time is Moore, but Blakey's heading well covered. He picks it up well. At Browning too slow. They've followed him. There's a go now. Fitzroy have won it. They're into the preliminary final by 5 points. So the scores, the final scores, and look at Rendell running out to congratulate his teammates. The final scores, Sydney 13-11-89, going down to Fitzroy 13-16-94 in one of the best games we've seen for a long, long time.
The Lions coming from behind to win by 5 points, 13-16 to 13 goals 11. Conlon got 4, Quinlan kicked 3, good on you, Bernie. Morwood kicked 4 for the Swans, and Capper and Bolton each kicked 2. Interesting to see little Stevie Wright. Last week he's won a premiership down in Tasmania for Clarence.
Yeah, it's good to see, isn't it? He was a cheeky little fellow, Stevie.
Oh, Gerard, you're not too happy about that game.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you
What
stepped through
happened
that one, did you? Oh,
Did you see something there that was...
Oh, I don't know. Let's get back on track. Actually, that was a glorious era for football, I reckon. Sydney were really singing
was
along.
pumping.
I went up there there was just a real buzz about that place, Sydney, wasn't it?
Well, for 2 years it was just the most exciting place to be of all time. And it was probably only the stock market collapsing in 1987 that took the sting out of the Swans, because when the stock market crashed...
super boxes emptied.
Exactly. And the crowd, out they went. Didn't they desert us as quickly as they jumped on us? That really was the thing to do if you're in Sydney at the time.
Yeah,
Follow
to
the
be
Swans.
with the Swans, eh?
I can remember going there for some monster crowds. And it was a terrific ground to play. If you're playing it well and going down the middle, you could get some fantastic scores. And the next year, didn't you top 200 3 times or something?
Yeah, we had a big run. I think it was the West Coast, Essendon, and Richmond, for memory, all in a row. And people were then starting to say, well, the Swans are dead set a grand final or a premiership chance. But
And you went out in straight sets again?
straight sets again.
Oh.
Straight out.
4 finals in 2 years,
Oh,
4
it's good
losses.
stuff, isn't it?
Well, on to happier times for our co-commentator here tonight.
I have stayed awake for this.
Actually, I
Now,
heard you
tell
played
us
a pretty
about it.
good game.
We're
Well,
going
do you want to? I
we're
could
going to
relive this.
1971. Don't be modest. Tell us how great you were.
Well, the only trouble, this is in black and white. It doesn't show poetry in motion, number 23. There's a move actually afoot
Good, it doesn't
For
show
ret-
blood either.
for retrospective Norm Smiths.
Oh, you'd be a chance?
I'm behind the move. And I'd be a chance in 19... Well, they got retrospective Brownlows. Why not retrospective Norm Smiths?
Well, it's a fair point. What, you had 4 or 5 tap-outs and you reckon you should pick it up?
4 or 5. Listen, I've kicked a goal in the last quarter. That has gone, I don't know, 60, 70 metres.
Left foot and into a gale.
Left foot. It was left foot too at centre-half forward. Don't blink.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to this.
It rolled along the ground. It rolled 70 metres along the
Under the
ground.
wing.
It bounced over full forward and full back's head, but just kept picking up speed.
Well, what's happening at Hawthorn at the moment? They seem to be struggling a little bit. Have you put your hand up for the coaching job?
As far as struggling, I don't know. I reckon it's still a good side.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they've got the numbers.
the basis.
But have you put your hand up for the coaching job? Evidently, there was 18 written applications. Have you been busy?
18?
18 written applications.
Yeah, actually, I think what they're doing, I think is the right thing, looking for a Hawthorn player to get the feel of Hawthorn back there, because, you know, that was something that Hawthorn was built on, and it's slowly going out, but maybe that's another era that's passing by. But
Who would be your tip?
what for?
Coach. Other than yourself?
Other than myself, I honestly don't know, because I don't know what they're looking for. You know, I'd like to see a Hawthorn player, but the type of Hawthorn players that I know have just dropped out of the game. The type of coach that I think they need.
Well, what is it about the Hawks? I mean, we've heard for so long about this special club, the family club. What is it about it?
Well, I don't know about a family club. I mean, I think they are as ruthless as any other club. The only thing is that they've never attracted media attention. Never attracted media attention. It's been very hard for the media to crack Hawthorn, so they say, oh, yes, they're very low-key and all that. They are, because they just can't get the media attention. And really, it shows in attendances and so forth, memberships, and over the years at Hawthorn really have had to work real hard to build up a decent following. But now...
It's surprising, though, when you consider some of the layers they've had playing, like Dermot's, but a big superstar, and back in the old days, there was a big bloke that used to wear a handbag to work, and
a caftan of football one day.
Talking about
But
hippies.
yeah, well, they were the days. I mean, they were the days. Yeah, but I think that'll follow in 20 years' time. I reckon they'll
What,
start...
caftans?
No, crowd. Crowd will come back in 20 years' time. It's like Melbourne in the 50s. When Melbourne had that, you know, terrific run, all the kids wanted to barrack for Melbourne. As they grew up, you know, Melbourne didn't have success, but when Melbourne came back a couple of years ago, those people started to flock back to the football again. And I think the same thing will happen with Hawthorn.
Never heard so much bull in all my life.
Well, I mean, it's early in the morning.
Well, if the crowd couldn't get behind Hawthorn in the last 10 years or 12 years, when will they?
Well, there's only a cat and dog bag for Hawthorn.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Tell you what,
God help them if they slip to about 9th or 10th.
And that's a possibility the way things are going these days. You only have to have a bad run with injuries.
Well, I played before 2,000 people at North Melbourne one year in our early days. I mean, there was just no one at the main, well, it wasn't the main game. They weren't much good, we weren't much better. 2,000 people turned up to Arden Street. You know, they just haven't got much of a following.
Well, Donald, I reckon when the club... Donald?
My grandmother was the last person to call me Donald, you know
Yeah,
that?
when you were sitting on the wet grass, probably. I reckon when the Hawks have a look at this last quarter in 1971, they might be asking you to apply for the job. You won't have to bother them, because this is Don Scott's Norm Smith medal performance in 1971. Let's take a look at the situation of the game. Well, the Saints by 20 points, 8-9-57 to 5-7-37, but look out in the last turn.
Whew.
Michael Williamson at the MCG, bidding a welcome to the final quarter of the 1971 Grand Final, Hawthorn and St Kilda. We go into the final quarter. St Kilda have a 20-point advantage over Hawthorn. The ball in the centre. Hawthorn with their 19th and 20th men on. Here's Stevenson going through now. Stevenson kicks up to the forward pocket on the member stand side. Will the mark be paid to Cowboy Neal? Yes. And there'll be a 15-yard penalty as well. A 15-yard penalty. What a commentary team we've got. For Jeff Crouch, we've had Frank Adams, we've had Jack Edwards, we've also got Bobby Skelton, triple Brownlow medalist, and the big man in football, Ron Barassi. Ron Barassi, any changes you can see?
Well, I can see a positional move, although it's a bit hard to tell because of the way Kendy puts his forward line, but Bob Kenny open up in the goal square, and Peter Hudson out in the centre-half forward position, which may not mean a thing, of course.
Rice now kicks forward for the Hawks. A struggle going on. Lee Matthews to get the free kick. 20 points the difference. Matthews always a long way out. 65 yards. There's Hudson in the goal square. Neal behind him. Lawrence in front of him. It's a big kick. Don't tell me he's put it through. Oh, beautiful. A fantastic kick for us.
Well, you've nominated Mike at 65 yards, and I think it was every foot of that. And that was a goal that Hawthorn needs.
The name of the game is Australia.
Monday.
Ronnie, you're up next.
Hugo scouts around for some local talent.
Got any special requests?
Yeah?
Someone to entertain the club patrons.
And I have love.
Okay, so she's not a great singer. Maybe she can be a waitress.
Oh, no.
It's a charm blinding Hugo from reality.
He hired her, he can fire her.
A sweet young girl desperate to please
What is wrong with me?
has stolen Hugo's heart.
You can't leave.
Devondale presents A Country Practice, 7:30 Monday.
He's been involved in an accident last night, and I'm sorry he died.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Come and sit down on the couch.
Let's go and sit down.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Oh, no.
Are you still opening your garage store the old way? Well, isn't it time you made it easier and added a B&D controller door automatic garage door opener? No matter what type of garage door you have, whether it be a tilting type door, a rolling type door, or a sectional overhead door, all B&D controller door openers are Australian made and produced to the highest standards to suit most garage doors. You know you'll be right behind a B&D controller door.
bananas, they're good enough for me.
The classic collectibles are here. Australian Football Video brings you some of the great moments in football. Collectible highlights of your team's history in a fantastic 3-video set. The classic matches, classic players, the greatest of goals, the outstanding wins, and the classic clashes. Football memories that are a must to add to your video collection. The Classic Collectibles series, out now.
We are the day blues. We are the old baby blues. We are the kids that never let you go. We're the only kids that always knows.
Oh, her favourite Navy Blues record.
I think they've opened up with a great deal of determination. Here's the bounce in the centre of the ground. Scott gets it, almost gets it down. It comes to Elliott. Elliott kicks down towards Parkin and Bonney. Nobody can take the mark. It's play on. Down it comes to Theodore. Handballs over to Davis. He drops the ball. Russell comes clear for Hawthorn and drives the ball straight up the centre of the ground. The pack flies. It comes down to Matthews. He can't get it clear. Prasenko comes out and it goes to Des Maher. Maher drives the ball out towards the half-forward flank where it's Lawrence and Hudson. Lawrence flicks it back to Trott, and Trott kicks it back to his man, Des Maher. Maher plays on quickly down to the forward pocket. Nobody can take the mark. It's Hawthorn in the man, and through comes Keddy. Keddy, yes, he does pick it up. Doesn't give himself time to steady. Kicks it spin, and it's Moran. Moran hand passes out to Travis Payne, all on his own. Steadies and drives the ball down around the wing. It's Bremner who takes the fine mark over the top of Manzi. Bremner swings the ball wide. It's Rice and Ray. Rice in front, takes a good mark. It will be paid. He plays on, but Peter Shields says, come back, I paid the mark earlier.
No mark. Just over 2.5 minutes into the final quarter. Jeff Crouch wasn't a mark. Corsa was a mark, and Rice goes towards centre half forward. Up goes Martello. No mark that one. It comes to the ground. Basenko comes to the left foot kick. Over Dickinson's head, but to Moore. Moore of Hawthorn racing through the centre. A left foot kick to centre half forward. Up, touch. And over it goes towards Lawrence. Magnificent game Lawrence has played. Towards Theodore over in the wing position. Theodore balks Porter. Well done, Theodore. Comes around the wing on the outer side. In towards centre half forward and a good mark. A short mark taken in there by Kelvin Moore. The Hawthorn full-back in the centre-half back position. Drives out to the outer side of the ground. Up goes Maher from behind. Can't take it. Now he butters up. Trots on his ginger. He can't get it. Maher's looking for a free kick. And gets it. Plays on. Play on's a call now. It's a short kick going towards Lee Matthews. Oh, over the back goes Moran. Lee Matthews has got a clip of a free kick and gets this one too. The St Kilda player down there, it's Stewie Trott. Trott got unloaded in the third quarter. As Matthews takes his kick down forward, they set themselves. Hudson is in that lot. There's a chance for Stevenson. He runs into a heap of trouble, as you saw. Taken by Lawrence, can't get his kick. Picked up by Martello. He's being manhandled. Taken by Keddy. He's put it through. 8 points of difference. 4 minutes into the final quarter. 8 points of difference from Barassi. What a beautiful comeback early in the last quarter by Hawthorn.
Well, it was, Mike, and it looks as though St Kilda are a little bit tired. I've noticed a few of their kicks have gone astray, Mike, and this is a sign of a tired side, and in direct contrast, they're kicking in the latter half of the third quarter, or the whole of the third quarter. So this is not a good sign for Alan Jeans at the moment. It'd be interesting to see what he would do.
He's worried. There's Alan Jeans.
He's made one move, Mike. He's putting Davis back to full forward and Breen to centre half forward. I think it's good thinking.
The ball is bounced. Martello of Hawthorn drives him forward. Hudson comes in there. The ball escapes him, however. Through comes little Crimmins. Crimmins has it. He's running into an open goal. He kicks. He's put it through. 50 seconds. Just on 5 minutes. Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals in 3 minutes. Hawthorn, 3 goals in 3 minutes in the final quarter. Well, Bobby Skilden, what do you reckon?
Well, I noticed that Matthews is playing on a half-forward flank, Mike. They are roving Jeff Angus and Peter Crimmins.
Hawthorn have come from the depths of despair. Bobby, continue on with what you were saying.
It's only 5 minutes into this game, Mike, and if Hawthorn can get another break at this stage, I would say it would worry St Kilda. But it still gives St Kilda plenty of time to steady.
Looks as if they're bringing a new ball. Some Dylan the crowd has taken the one that was kicked over.
There's umpire Peter Shields with the new ball. Many players around this centre bounce, and much will depend on this particular bounce.
Dittrich is in there for St Kilda. Heath. Hayes. They're all gathered around. Wait for the bounce. There it goes, and up they go. Minot was there. The ball knocked forward, taken by Moran. Couldn't get a kick in. Through comes Smith. The ball there goes Hawthorn's way. Hudson, Lawrence went high up on his back. Play on is the call. Hudson's down. The ball picked up by Matthews of Hawthorn. Hawthorn going forward. Here's a go in the pocket. Keddy couldn't hold the mark. Picked up by Wilson. He's played a free kick. Jeff Crouch, any doubt about it?
In the back. It wasn't a mark. He played it in the back.
Any doubt about it?
No doubt about it whatsoever, that one.
Keddy is 30 yards out. He's on an angle, kicking from the outer side to the scoreboard end goal. An important kick, this one. It comes up. Put it through for one behind. One behind. The crowd went mad. They thought it was a goal, but one behind, making the difference. 1 point. 1 point at the 7-minute mark in the 1971 grand final last quarter. Oh, what a heart-stopper, Bob Skilton.
No doubt in the world about that, Mike. Barry Lawrence kicking out. I don't know whether Hudson has been shifted back, but Lawrence is kicking out for St Kilda. Up they go. Minot takes a good mark in front of the pack. It's not often we see Brian Minot take this type of mark, but under the pressure at this stage of the game, that was a great mark for his side. Brian Minot, half-back flank. Drives the ball further around the wing position. It looks a good mark from behind.
Porter.
It's Mike Porter, the Hawthorn half-back flanker. Started the game on a half-forward flank when Robert Day went off into the half-back. Now comes Day in towards centre half-forward. You'll see them fly there, and Hudson pulls down a great mark. There's Hudson. Hudson plays on and drives the ball down towards the goal square. There's Keddy behind Collins. It's a good mark too. Keddy's up it. But it's 1 point only.
1 point, and scores are level. Scores are level in the last quarter of the 71 grand final. We're at the 8-minute mark. Ron Barassi, you wouldn't expect to see anything more exciting.
Well, you would not, Mike. The scores are level, but the atmosphere of the game isn't. I think Hawthorn are well in charge at this stage.
As Colin kicks out, comes along the member stand flank. Rice races for the ball, overruns it. Taken by Cowboy Neal, up to the wing position on the member stand side. Trapped by Manzi. Manzi of St Kilda in towards Green. Green fumbled the mark, but he's well clear of Bustle. Green now down forward. There's a tussle between Moore and Davis. And Calvin Moore takes a very strong, steady, courageous mark. Moore of Hawthorn now. Kicks into the centre of the MCG. Dittrich is there. Hudson was there. Nobody able to take the mark. Down it comes. Through comes Bustle. Gets a hurried kick. Back in the centre. Minot underneath all that. Could easily get a free kick and will get one. Brian Minot slapped bang in the centre of the MCG. The crowd going mad here. Minot takes his kick. Goes off the side of his boot. Out to the flank position. Taken by Dittrich. Crashes his way through. Picked up by David Parkin. Parkin of Hawthorn to the wing position on the outer side. And the mark taken by Marr. Marr plays on immediately. Out to the half-forward flank on that outer side. Judson and Crimmon's going for it. Judson picks it up but trundles it over the boundary line. Midway between the wing position and half-forward flank for Hawthorn on that outer side. Hawthorn kicking up to the scoreboard end. Scott goes in there with Minot. In comes Wilson. Gets a hurried kick. It's Hawthorn going forward now. The ball comes back. Oh, it's going in all directions. Taken by Martello. Martello a long kick down forward. A battle royal going on. Is it a mark to the Keddy? Played it to Keddy. Look at John Kennedy. Keddy. He's kicked one in this final quarter. One for the match. He's 12 yards out, directly in front. He kicks. Hawthorn in front. Hawthorn in front. At the 10-minute mark in the final quarter. Comment from Ron Barassi.
Well, Mike, it looks as though this move of Kennedy's to put Bob Keddy up in the goal square, in the goal front, is a winning move so far. His life, he's featured in 2 goals already, and it looks a winning move. That's if they win.
With Telecom's new 0011 super off-peak rates, you can call 8 countries midnight to 7 a.m. weekdays and automatically save half off the peak rate.
Like half-peak rate to Britain.
Like half-peak rate to America. Half-peak rate to New Zealand, eh?
Half-peak rate to Japan.
Italy.
Hong Kong.
To Ireland.
Nepal.
Telecom's 0011 super off-peak, half off the peak rate, midnight to 7 a.m. weekdays. This is Australia calling.
The soundtrack to the TV series Lipstick on Your Collar is available now. 28 original tracks. Recapture the spirit of the 50s with the legends of rock and roll. Elvis, Buddy Holly, Connie Francis, Jerry Lee Lewis.
And I'll be looking for you.
The Ultimate 50s Collection, Lipstick on Your Collar, a rock and roll classic.
It's amazing what a cat can do on a can of kitty cat. It's amazing what a cat can do on a can of kitty cat.
Don't leave that car just sitting in a heap. Come to Pick A Part, where everything's cheap. Second-hand parts for second-hand cars, from a door to a wheel or a bumper bar. Now at Pick A Part, there's nothing on the shelf, because you bring your tools and do it all yourself. Check out the cars for the part that's right. You're sure to find it. There's hundreds on site. Then you strip the car for the parts you need. But do it carefully, because there's no warranty. Fossil Road, Kilside, 7 days a week. Entry's free and everything's cheap.
Before Captain Cook could set sail to discover Australia, he had to know what kind of day it would be. Before Sir Edmund Hillary could set out to conquer Mount Everest, he had to know what kind of day it would be. And for those times when you need to know what kind of day it will be,
hi, David Brown here with Melbourne's official weather report.
turn to the person who has made weather his life, David Brown. In a city where weather means everything, get the accurate forecast, Monday on 7 Nightly News.
Where the weather will always be better.
Well, I don't know about this. I think it's the whole spirit of the side has definitely lifted from three-quarter time. But I think we chipped it at that stage. They seem to have increased life, Mike.
Martello got that knocked down. It went to Jeff Angus, but Angus has been freed for holding the ball. Lawrence brings it around towards Pays. Pays almost took a courageous mark. It's kicked off the ground by Beck. It goes into the open spaces. All players running through it. Cowboy Neal comes out, kicks it off the ground. Goes towards Stephen Ray. Ray's bumbling the ball. And in comes Peter Crimmins. Crimmins on the wing position. Steadies and drives it down towards half forward. A free kick downfield will go to Don Scott. Umpire Peter Shields said that Crimmins was knocked down after he kicked the ball.
Hawthorn rejuvenated, full of confidence. Jeff Crouch. Hawthorn are certainly doing that. They're coming home like a train. This is the Hawthorn side we saw early in the year. What a magnificent fit team they seem to be at the present moment. All credit due to John Kennedy, but the game's not far from over at the present moment. There's Hudson on your screen with Barry Lawrence. Barry Lawrence has held Hudson scoreless in the second half since he's gone on him. The free kick coming back to Don Scott up the field. Don Scott at the half-forward play position. Remember, stands side of the ground. There's his kick, going towards goal. The players set themselves. Up goes Big Martello. Hudson's there. Lawrence 2, number 13. Over they go. Matthews gets pushed over. Is it a free? Looks like Peter Shields will say, give it to me, fellas. It's a ball up. A ball up, 25 yards out from Hawthorn's goal. Scoreboard in. Up they go. Hudson's in there with Minor. Goes to Martello. A quick kick from Martello. Oh, one behind only.
Great mark by the policeman behind the goal.
Manzi's off. John Manzi, started off on the wing, has gone off, and Rodney Galt has come on to replace him.
Well, a fresh youngster could do a lot of good for St Kilda. Their confidence must be dented in this final quarter. The mark taken there by Ray. Oh, Galton's in a bit of trouble as Wilson comes through. Here comes Stephen Ray after it, but it's taken by Rice of Hawthorn. Rice of Hawthorn into Wood, centre half forward. Up they go. Martello's there, taken by Scott. Scott gets his kick. It's a hurried one down forward. A big pack racing after it. Knocked away by Colling. There's a chance for Judson. Matthews is in there doing battle with him. Matthews a hand pass out into no man's land. Taken by Ma, however. Ma now running along that flank. Kicks in towards the goal square. They set themselves. Cowboy Neal says to Rodney Gold, leave it. It's mine. And the Cowboy marks. Neil, where's he going to come? He's coming along the member stand flank. His kick not a particularly good one. A chance for Pays, but he fumbles it, however. He's forced over the boundary line by Leon Rice. There'll be a throw-in. Hawthorn, 7 points in front. 7 points in front. There they go. Knock away by Beck down to Crimmins. Crimmins now blazes away. He's well offline. Over the line. On the full it goes. And St Kilda will take the resultant free. We are getting pretty dark. Hard to see the stopwatch. 13 and a half minutes. 13 and a half minutes into the final quarter. There's Dick the Chip St Kilda with the ball. A big fella now. Kicks into the centre. A chance for Green, and Green marks all right. Will St Kilda come back? Across it goes to Galt. Galt now a long one down towards Davis. Moore's after Davis. Davis is marked. No doubt. No shadow of doubt. Davis is marked. There's Alan Jeames up off his coach's bench. And Davis could kick this. He's 50 yards out. Kicking down to the Richmond end. He's able to kick it. It's on its way, but it's not going to find the distance. A fly. Down to the ground it comes. A scramble for it. Umpire Peter Shields says, I'll ball it up. Well, you can see how close it is. About 5 yards out from the St Kilda goal. Bounce of the ball. Galt goes in there. Beck with him. It comes to Angus of Hawthorn. A short one there. Picked up by Alan Davis. Goes to hook it off. Great play by Moore. Smothered the ball. Picked up by Porter. Porter out to the half-back flank on the outer side. Trott knocks it away. But a free kick has been plucked out of this. Looks like it's going to Desmar. Bob Skilton.
It's Desmar on a half-back flank. Swings the ball down round towards the wing, but it's play a stop for the moment. Umpire Peter Shields has given a 15-yard penalty. You see Shields there calling Stuart Trott back on the mark. Desmar's had a great number of kicks on the wing today. Played on it almost every opportunity, but he has been driving the ball forward for the Hawthorn side. Here he is now. Desmar now on the wing position. Kicks a long kick down over the half-forward line. It's Hudson up high. He can't take the mark. His opponent, Lawrence, comes out in defence. Drives it down where Desmar coming down gets it. It's smothered by Ross Smith. Out towards Kevin Heath, who fumbles it. It's recovered by Stuart Trott. And he kicks down to Theodore, but he can't hold the ball. And Harkin is clear for the Hawthorn side. It's up towards centre half forward. Don Scott can't take the mark. It's Warrington in the ran. He knocks it back towards Galt. Galt kicks it off the ground. It goes out. Basenko drops that ball. The pack are forming. Nobody can get it, but it'll be a free kick to Basenko of St Kilda. Neil Basenko, half-back flank for St Kilda. Goes straight up the centre of the ground. It's Green on the back of the pack. He can't hold the mark. It comes down towards Pays. In comes Leon Rice. Handballs across there to David Parkin, and Parkin does a drop kick straight towards Don Scott. It whips it over towards Kenny. Kenny's going towards the goal. Will it make it? Yes, it's a goal! What a John Kennedy there. You can see the joy on Kennedy's face. Hawthorn go to a 2-goal, 1 lead. The scoreboard reading, Hawthorn 10 goals, 10. Leading St Kilda 8 goals, 9. And what a remarkable comeback, Ron Barassi.
It certainly is, Bob, and it's great to see John McKennedy do a Highland fling there on the sideline. He jumped about 10 feet in the air. That was a sort of goal, a lucky goal, but a break that should give St Kilda a real fist in the stomach, and a reverse to Hawthorn.
16 and a half minutes of the final quarter gone. There's Moran of St Kilda driving forward. Moore and Davis doing battle once again, but Moore too good. Melbourne Moore. Gee, it was only 12 months ago he wanted to go back to a junior side down the Bayway. And here he is playing in a grand final and playing magnificently. I bet our friends over there in Perth through TVW7 in Perth are enjoying this one. Our friends through CDC7 Canberra, TNT9 Launceston, ADS7 in Adelaide. What a thriller it is. Will Hawthorn take it out, or will St Kilda come back and show a bit of that form that they showed in the third quarter? Marr tries a short one up towards Crimmins, intercepted by Moran. Moran kicks a high one, doesn't travel a great distance. Picked up by Crimmins, who's really lifted his play in this last quarter. Down forward it goes, a chance for Pays. Couldn't quite get to it. Kenny's in there. Kenny picks up, he screws around, he snaps. It's close, I can tell you. Kenny's kicked 3 in this last quarter.
Right, there were 3 St Kilda players against Kenny on that occasion. Hayes almost took the mark. It came down, and a remarkable effort by Kenny to get that one.
The name of the game is Australian.
From the time I was knee-high to a grasshopper, you're either a Holden man or you're a Ford man. You'd end up defending your father's honour in the schoolyard. But as soon as I saw the new Mitsubishi Magna V6, I knew the battle lines had been redrawn forever. The road feel, the refinement, the build quality, plus the extra power of a V6, well, it all made the choice pretty clear to me. I'd say you're looking at the first of a new generation of Magna men.
Right now, when you purchase a pack of BP Visco High Performance Engine Oil, we'll give you the chance to win the same car that won the James Hardy 12-hour at Bathurst. The fantastic twin-turbo Mazda RX-7. But on second thoughts, maybe we should give you the less conspicuous version. Ah, that's better. Win a Mazda RX-7 with BP Visco. Enter now!
Welcome to the Inside Edition that gives hard copy on real life in less than 60 minutes.
Ask yourself, what's in a name? You know this store is Clark Rubber, but explain this.
Well, yes, we have a great deal on vinyl flooring, just $19.95.
Clark Flooring.
Or this sofa bed, another great deal at just $499.
Clark Sofa Beds.
Or this park bench, $69, and this patio setting, $129.
Clark Cast Iron.
Or this moulded setting's a great deal at $79.
Clark Moulded.
And how about this kids' gym set for $149?
So, what's in a name? Obviously, if it's Clark Rubber...
There's a great deal more.
This disturbing film was taken beneath our Shrine of Remembrance. Time and water damage have taken their toll. For 60 years, the Shrine has paid tribute to the thousands of Victorians who died in defence of our country. Now, the Shrine of Remembrance Restoration Appeal needs our support. Give now, if you would, lest we forget.
My life is working just the way I want it to be. Getting a hold, taking control. Yeah, my life is working for me. Just gotta look around, and I feel better now.
Today, Seven celebrates all day, so join the millions around the world. Carlton, Essendon live, the Clash of the Titans.
Proudly presented by these sponsors, exclusively on 7. Sunday, a special grand final edition of Sports World, as we review the AFL clash between Carlton and Essendon. Look ahead to the Rugby League clash between St George and Brisbane, and find out what getting the Olympics means to Australia on Sports World, Sunday on 7.
The players are thumping the ball now. It's a sure sign of tiredness.
Another change of the forwards by St Kilda.
18 minutes into the final quarter of the 1971 Grand Final. Here's a chance now for St Kilda to go forward. But, yes, that's a change. Green has gone back to full forward. Bonnie comes in. Bonnie kicks. He's put it through. Will St Kilda come back? 3 goals to John Bonnie. 18 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter. Well, Barras, it's not all over.
Well, it certainly isn't, Mike, and that was a direct result of that switch because previously Alan Davis had been hopelessly outmarked by Moore in the air. With Breen there, there's a bit of height. At least the ball is either marked or it can get to the ground, but not a clear mark to the opposition Hawthorn.
11-10 to 9-9. That's the score. Back in the centre, the ball is bounced by umpire Peter Shields. There they go. Ball knocked away by Scott. Not further afield for Hawthorn. Lawrence is after it, but who's coming in from the side? It's Judson. Judson screws it around, but Rice is standing there. Rice takes the mark. Kicks it down forward. Teddy's mark. Teddy's mark. Overdue. Hudson. Hudson's broken the record. 4 goals and unselfish play.
He's got to sort of thing.
He had stop play. He had stop play.
He's quite right. Righto, Jeff Crouch, what's the ruling?
He's quite right. He had stop play. It's unfortunate for Hutch, but he had stop play. He'd blown time on. That's all that can be said.
Oh, what a thrill it was.
Well, Mike, it gives it...
For a moment. Kitty is 12 yards out, directly in front. Put it through. That's 4 to Kitty in this quarter. Oh, boy. 19 minutes gone of the final quarter of the 71 grand final. Hasn't Kitty played remarkably well, Ron Barassi, in this final quarter?
Well, he's lifted his game. He's packed 3/4 worth of value, which he did not give in the first section, onto this last quarter. He's been a match winner. Fantastic.
There's a change now, Ron, with Basenko going back onto Kitty and Colling being shifted out.
Back in the centre, the ball bounced by umpire Peter Shields. Up they go. Scott gets the knock away. What a line-harder player he is. Knocked further field for St Kilda, however, by Dittrich. Picked up by Bremner. Bremner down towards centre half forward. Lawrence is waiting there. Couldn't hold the mark. In comes Pays. But umpire Peter Shields has played a free kick to Barry Lawrence. It's 12-9. 19 points of difference in favour of Hawthorn. As St Kilda go forward, Trott has it over there on the half-forward flank on the outer side. Kicks up towards Davis. St Kilda travelling forward with ease as Davis kicks. He's put it through. This is not all over yet. 21 minutes gone.
Tighten up on that occasion.
Mike, it's not all over yet, for sure, by a long shot. But just the same, St Kilda can't go goal for goal because they're behind. They've got to get another goal now to give them heart. And perhaps break through that 12-goal barrier, which is in front of them.
21.5 minutes into the final quarter. Jeff Crouch.
And the ball in the centre with umpire Shields, who's done an extremely good job in the 71 grand final. There they go. Hawthorn going forward through Heath. It's high in there. Big Beck's in there. Punched away by Page. Cribbins takes it away, though. Little Magsy Cribbins, a good pass towards Keddy. But nipping in there was Basenko, who's taken over Keddy from Colling. Basenko has moved on to Keddy. Basenko kicking out towards the member stand wing. Looking for Stephen Ray down here, Rice from behind, punches it away. Through comes little Ross Smith, the St Kilda skipper, and over the line it goes in front of the smoker stand for a throw in. Can St Kilda come back? 13 points the difference. Boy, oh boy, what a quarter from Hawthorn. Here we go, Scott in there, bit of a push out to Galt, and yes, a push out to Galt, I said that. Rodney Galt. You saw a shot of John Kennedy before. A moment ago it was all jubilation. Now a few worries creeping in. Oh, Dittrich's got a shove in the back. Not seen by the umpire. That's the luck of the draw. Calvin Moore with the ball. Moore now up towards centre half forward. Hudson moves in, goes up high. He's marked. Hudson is marked. He's kicked 3 goals. He's equal Bob Pratt's record. Oh, but he's a heck of a long way out. This would have to go 70 yards. Up he comes. 70 yards to go through, I mean. It's on its way. It's going to drop on the edge of the goal square. No mark. Up goes Big Beck. Dog goes up with him, taken by Keddy. They're on to Keddy, though. He can't get his boot to the ball. It's forced over the boundary line for a throw-in in the forward pocket for Hawthorn on the member stand side. Up the scoreboard end. Throw-in takes place. There they go. Where's the ball going? Taken by Moran. Moran's kick is a hurried one. Goes to Lawrence. Lawrence forces the ball out to the outer flank. They're racing for Trott and Ma. Trott gets in front. Kicks the ball over the boundary line. It's on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn now on that outer side. Wait for the throw-in as Jeff Crouch takes up description. Here's a throw-in on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn. Big Scotty gets the knockdown. It comes towards Wilson. Wilson and Elliott going in. Elliott's been a very quiet player. They call him the quiet man, and he's been a very quiet player the last 2 quarters. Another throw-in on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn. Outer side of the ground. Up goes Scott once more. Takes the knockdown. Ma's in there. So too's Trott. Trott, who was pretty heavily knocked about the second quarter or third quarter, and he hasn't seemed to recover in this last quarter. Hawthorn still 13 points in front. Not long to go. Still time for St Kilda to get up, though.
It'll be about 6 minutes, Jeff. We're 24 minutes exactly into the final quarter.
And Big Carl goes up with a big knockdown. He's trying to lift his side. There's his other number 10, Ray Wilson, coming for Hawthorn. A boot off the ground. Play on's a call. Trott picks up. His kick going further afield. A big punch back by Moore of Hawthorn. And the punch goes towards the boundary line. Trott's in there, but it's over his head, over the line.
Ron Barassi, you've been through 8 grand finals as a player. How tired would those fellows be?
Very, very tired, Michael, but it's amazing how you can find something.
Elliott now forces the ball out here towards Pays. Pays eventually traps it, tackled by Rice. Pays gets his kick in towards centre-half forward. Waiting there is Bussell, and Bussell marks at the true centre-half back position. Almost into time on. Kick now from Bussell, goes deep to the wing position on the outer side. Mark comes forward to get proof of Ron Barassi's statement that they're tired. Let the mark spill bounce right off his chest. Over to the boundary line it goes, and there'll be a throw-in midway between the wing position and half-forward flank for Hawthorn on that outer side. Scott and Ditwich go in. Neither gets a tap down. Wilson cleverly knocks the ball forward. Trapped by Elliott. Elliott back to the wing position on that outer side. Through they come. Breen appealing for the free kick. It's picked up by Davis. Davis swings it in there. There's nobody home. And coming through like a train is Stevenson. Hawthorn bounces it, loses it. Picked up by Stephen Ray's, held by the legs. And umpire Peter Shields says, I'll bounce it.
Clubbing the ball in.
Bounce of the ball. Up goes Galt. Galt knocks it away. Knocked away by Smith. Taken by Pays. Pays down forward. Out they come to meet it. Nobody able to hold the mark. Green's there. Green a long hand pass across here to Travis Pays. Pays hooks it around. Minot has the chance. Up they go to the ground it comes. Taken by Bremner of Hawthorn. Bremner to the wing position on the member stand side. Rice is racing for it here. Rice is held, but it's called play on. Rice breaks clear for Hawthorn. He kicks downfield. In they come for the ball. It's knocked away, however. It's kicked forward by Basenko. Basenko running through, kicks up towards centre-half forward. But waiting there is the Hawthorn skipper, David Parkin. And I think he fell over more from tiredness than anything else.
More from acting, I think, Mike.
15 yards too. Well, Bobby Skilton, what a great grand final it's been.
A great grand final, Mike. And what a great game this chap has played. David Parkin, a wonderful leader for the Hawthorn side. Parkin drives the ball down towards the half-forward line. Up they go. It's over the back towards Ditwich. He kicks it further around the wing. Out comes Minot and Heath, both racing for the ball, but it beats them both over the line and out of bounds on the wing position, member side of the ground.
26 and a half minutes of the final quarter of the 1971 grand final gone.
Up they go. Scott gets it over the back. Wilson and comes out to Bremner. Bremner kicks it wide and Matthews comes in, takes the mark and now plays on. Drives the ball round towards Marr. There's Marr, traps the ball. Swings it in towards the goal square. It's going over the top of the top there.
Will he get it?
On a slight angle,
you want to see
able to kick the goal.
Bobby, the police moving into position all around the boundary here. Hudson has got 3. He's equal Bob Pratt's record of 150. Will he put this one through? How he must feel. He's no more than 8 yards out. He should kick it. Up he comes. He kicks. Concentrating so much he ran into the man on the mark. Boy, oh boy, are you getting thrills here through Channel 7. Our director, Alf Potter, hasn't missed a thing in the 1971 grand final. And our cameraman, we've got to give them credit. Well, unbelievable. Trott now with the ball. He kicks into the man, but the ball is coming back. Trott now to take his kick. Goes forward, up they go. It's taken by Bonnie. Bonnie of St Kilda running around. Bonnie kicks down forward. Breen has the sit here. Up he goes. Breen comes out with the ball. Breen into an open goal. Yes. That's third. That's Breen's third. 7 points of difference. Would I be right?
Your free AFL Premiership Victory Celebration poster from Monday at Mitre 10. Yes, you can. Only at Mitre 10.
When life gives you an unlucky break, there's a bank that can help you out. A bank with mortgages so flexible, we can adjust payments if need be. Till you're back on your feet again. Which bank can adjust mortgage repayments? The Home Loan Bank.
It's a great day to be out on the road, but it could easily become the worst day of your life. You can't change the situation, but how would you like a second chance to change your tires?
Can tyres make a difference?
Good you can. If it only saves you once a year, it's a good year.
A lube service, electronic tune-up and a complete safety inspection bumper to bumper is normally $149.50. This month, we'll do it for only $99 plus parts. That's right, $99. Try us. We'll prove how good we are. Call now and have your car serviced at your home, the office or wherever. All parts and labour are guaranteed for 3 months. Call 481-2222 now and have Lubemobile come to you.
Who holds the record for the most goals this season? Who holds the record for the highest score in a grand final? Who holds the record for the most games ever played? Who holds the record for the most premierships? And who holds the record for the most exciting grand final ever? Your newsagent. Get hold of the special souvenir AFL Grand Final footy record. Out now.
This disturbing film was taken beneath our shrine of remembrance. Time and water damage have taken their toll. For 60 years, the shrine has paid tribute to the thousands of Victorians who died in defence of our country. Now, the Shrine of Remembrance Restoration Appeal needs our support. Give now, if you would, lest we forget.
He was a defenceless old man living in Camberwell. His wife and daughter found him bashed to death.
A vicious, cowardly attack.
A relaxing walk turns into a nightmare ordeal for a young man who is left unconscious by a merciless gang.
Hurry up, come on!
And a payroll heist by 2 men takes less than 3 minutes to commit.
We'd like some persons who might know the identification of these offenders to come forward.
Victorian Police need your help. Join Ann Sanders on Australia's Most Wanted, Tuesday, 8:30.
At the 28.5-minute mark into the final quarter, there's Des Nesbitt. You saw the grimace, the anguish, the pain on his face. Alan Jeames, Des Nesbitt's chairman of selectors at St Kilda, back in the centre. Can the Saints get out of it? Up they go. Scott knocks the ball away for Hawthorn. Taken by Crimmins. Crimmins gets a hurried kick forward. Taken by Matthews. Matthews a hand pass to Hudson. Hudson going for a run. He steadies. He kicks. Oh my God, he's missed it. Oh, look at him. He's put it out of bounds on the full. Ron Barassi, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. You just, in a nightmare, you wouldn't put down a strip like that from Hudson.
I don't think that he's destined to break that record somehow. There's John Kennedy. He's more worried about Hawthorn winning this than Peter Hudson's record. Words fail me. Words fail me. Angus with the ball. Angus has got the ball.
You know,
Angus about to put Hawthorn forward. There's the kick into the goal square. It's through, I think. No, it's been marked just inside by Galt.
Mike, I think there might be an explanation of it. I think Hudson was in 2 minds with the hand pass, which he should have done and would have done normally, and thinking of the record choice, I suppose.
Galt now kicks out to the member stand flank. Through they come. Here's a chance for Stephen Ray. Over he goes. There'll be a trip. Free kick to Stephen Ray. What a dramatic, what 2 dramatic moments we've had. Peter Hudson, twice missing golden opportunities to break the record. Up towards Alan Davis. It's on the wing position now, on the member stand side. It's taken by Bremner. Bremner drives forward, and Scott has marked. Scott for Hawthorn on the half-forward flank, and players are cramping everywhere. 30.5 minutes gone of the final quarter of the 1971 Grand Final. There's Hudson, Lawrence guarding him. Scott about to drive Hawthorn forward. It's on its way. The players move for it. Up goes Hudson in there. Couldn't hold the mark, however. Comes down to Galt at St Kilda. He can't pick it up. Eventually he does so. Galt now drives to the wing position on that outer side. Oh, no worries. Porter has marked. Porter now going forward to the half-forward flank. Wilson coming out to meet that ball. Trotters after him. Wilson gets his kick down forward. Out they come. Up goes Hudson. The ball forced away from him over the boundary line. There'll be a throw-in. Peter Hudson. Throw-in. Up goes Beck. But across the top came Galt, knocked it away. A kick off the ground, sends it up here. A chance for Theodore of St Kilda. A hand pass to Elliott. Elliott now down towards centre half forward for the Saints. Up they go, no mark. Ball almost came out with the Green goes down. Ball taken by Bonnie. Bonnie getting out of trouble. Oh, beautifully played. And Bonnie kicks. But the ball will be brought back. A free kick. Still 7 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. And we've been playing, goodness me, 32 minutes into the final quarter as Moore takes his kick. Born out of the wing position on that outer side. Up they go, no mark. In comes Wilson for Hawthorn. Wilson picks up. He drives down forward now. Here's a chance. They fly high, no mark. Or will it be paid to Vasanko? Yes. Umpire Peter Shields is paying the mark to Vasanko of St Kilda. Vasanko takes his kick. Goes straight up the ground. Players move into it there. Pushed across to Judson. Judson surrounded by Hawthorn players, but he'll get a free kick. Hard way to get it, but he's got the free kick. Judson, time running out for the Saints. It's a long quarter, this one. Judson takes his kick. Goes to the flank position on the outer side. The sun comes out as the ball hits the ground, and Heath sends it back to the wing position. Siren goes! Siren goes! Hawthorn are premiers, 1971. Hawthorn are premiers, and the final scoreboard here reads, let's have a look at it, as John Kennedy is being hugged and congratulated. And the final scoreboard, Hawthorn 12-10-82, St Kilda 11-9-75.
Oh, well played, Scotty. The Hawks up by 7 points, 12-10 to 11 goals 9. What about Hutto missing all those shots for the record?
Yes. He had a chance, didn't he?
I might just interrupt and say that we have gone for the late morning coffee
I don't
break.
know who made it. It's shocking.
But
it is shocking.
It is the coffee.
Something else. Oh, it's coffee.
Well, it's...
Who made it? One of the...
Hot dishwater.
He was sitting down. Listen, you can take another sleep. We're on autopilot anyway.
We were searched on our way in through the turnstiles. It is straight dishwater.
That's shocking.
You just about bashed your way to that grand final win.
What do you mean? You were in the toilet at half time. What were you doing there?
It was actually three-quarter time.
Oh, three-quarter time.
Well, I'll tell you what was different in those days. Standing room, you just couldn't leave your spot because somebody would grab it. Well, blokes were just twiddling down your leg just about.
Actually, they used to do that at Collingwood. They used to,
unbelievable stuff.
They used to take your umbrella to Collingwood and stand in the out.
Twiddling, that's a new word for it.
Twiddling?
Yeah.
What did you... Oh, we won't go into that.
Well, how many... What happened to that chap that you poked in the eye?
What do you mean, poked in the eye? That's off camera. We're off camera. You don't bring those type of things up. He didn't see too well.
That was your first premiership, first of three?
Yes. Oh, yeah, first of three. Yeah, that was a good one, actually, because, because we weren't much of a side, you know. We just played on emotion. And incidentally, a lot of those guys that played in
I've never heard it called emotion before.
Well,
Giving a bloke a biff behind here, you call it emotion.
Well, we played just with heart because the following year they played off in the reserve grade grand final, and about 6 of those guys played in the reserve, so that's how much ability they had. They just couldn't keep up, but they did it for 1 year because most of us, well, just about all of us, started in '67. We're down the bottom, fighting out for bottom position. Then they brought in a couple of young guys, Knights, Martello, Matthews,
Scott,
Rice. No, I was there in '67, and they were the icing on the cake. So we had those desperate guys.
So is that more satisfying when you win with a side that shouldn't have won than with all the stars?
Well, we should have won because actually they talk about, you know, games you play nowadays. Back in that era, we played 36 games of football that year and only lost 3. We went over Perth, we played in a polyfarm testimonial and did all this type of thing, played practice games, 6 practice games. And they reckon they have it hard nowadays, but we played that many in those days.
I bet Lethal didn't play that many. He wouldn't travel, would he?
Oh, no, he was in it. He was only a young kid who went off. He cleaned up cable.
Barry Cable.
Oh, yeah, state game.
One of the guys
calling that game.
Were you?
Yeah, on radio in Perth. He skipped straight past the ball and forgot all about
we were
the ball.
taught that. I shouldn't say we were taught that type of
What
thing.
about Bob Ketty? He seemed to be the match winner almost.
He did nothing for 3 quarters.
I couldn't believe it. I was almost in tears. Who's this bloke kicking all these goals?
They're a bit slow to make a move. I think who was picking him up on the back flank? Gary Conning, or it might have been Bazanko. No, Bazanko, I think, had him. And he went to forward pocket, and then Conning had him, and then they were just too late making the moves in Kilda. But that was a pretty tough game. Gee, there was some incidents in that game.
So that was Hawthorn in 1971. Well done, Donald.
Oh, thank you.
Don,
Can I
sorry.
go home now?
No.
Why?
There's a
I
bit
just
more to
left.
go. Hey, we've got...
What, a 71?
No, nothing more of 71.
We've got the Norm Smith presentation.
Oh, have we? Who's going to present
you'll be
it?
97 years old by the time they retrospective it. Now, our next game in our 7-footy marathon, we hope you're enjoying it out there and warming up for what should be a great day at the MCG later on. We go back now to 1982 and the grand final between Carlton and Richmond. The best thing I remember about this game was when the streaker came on.
What colour hair did she have?
I was looking at her face. She was blonde.
She was blonde, was she?
She wasn't a natural blonde, though.
How do you know?
I think Alf Potter gave us a good close-up, didn't he?
Well, I don't know. It was a bit embarrassing, wasn't it? That's a high...
And Jono definitely found out.
Bruce Dill was a bit embarrassed.
Dominator was crooked on it because Carlton were on a bit of a roll at the time, and all he wanted to do was get off.
Get a name.
She features in the football trivia questions, so it's a name that you'll want to remember next time you go.
What is
Helen D'Amico.
Really?
And I used to be able to tell you the name of the peanut seller in the Southern Stand as well, but I've forgotten him. But Helen D'Amico.
I wonder what she's doing there.
Anyway, she's not in this quarter that we're going to show you. We've cut her out of the show because it has nothing to do with football.
Well, they're the only thing that will wake up the cameraman too. They're all asleep.
We're going to the last quarter of the game in 1982, and it was Richmond against Carlton. And this is how it stood. The Blues 11-15 to the Tigers, 9 goals 10. Helen's done her business already. We've got half an hour to play. Here we go.
Final quarter of the MCG now of the 82 grand final, 81-64 in favour of Carlton. They kicked 5-4 to 6 behinds in that term. Knocked away by Mark Lee from the centre bounce. Up it comes to Wakeman. Bounce doesn't favour Harms. Dool, well tackled by Bartlett. Back to Wakeman. Fumbles. Scooped out. Taken by Roach. A long shot. Jess in the goal square. Has he marked? Bartlett snatched the goal in the meantime. It's a goal. That's just what they wanted to start the final term. 3 goals to Kevin Bartlett. And they couldn't have really wished for a better opening to the final stanza of play. 11-15, 81 to 10-10-70.
Well, it did work out as Richmond probably hoped anyway, but I was very surprised. And we watch again on replay. For mine, it was a mark to Jimmy Jess, and we'll see again now. And I know that if I'd brought one down like that, I'd expect to be paid a mark. But it doesn't matter from a Richmond point of view because I know they do not care who kicks the goal as long as there's 6 points on the board to Richmond, and that's their first since half-time.
Yes, they kicked only 6 points during that third quarter, but they added 5-1 during the second term, and once again the grand final comes alive here before a crowd of in excess of 100,000 fans. 11 points the difference after Kevin Bartlett brought up his third goal, 81-70 as we await the bounce. Jones to Ashman, good ruck work, intercepting was Wiley. Oh, got nudged in the back, or tripped. Free kick to Robert Wiley. And Wiley to take the free kick, a little bit short of centre-half forward. Long. For Cloak. Can't take it. Bartlett's there again. Oh, ran into Ashman solidly. Good tackle, holding the ball. Free kick.
I tell you what, they don't give Bartlett much chance, these umpires. As soon as they say down he goes, they give the free kick holding the ball, Bob. It may have been another 15-metre penalty against Bartlett. He's not too happy about the decision going up the game.
He did have opportunities to get rid of the ball, Lou. He had time to go one way, then the other. And, you know, I know it probably seems as though he gets harshly treated, but I think he gets the harsh treatment from the opposition more than anything else.
Punched away again by Bortolotto. Finally back to Roach. The Tigers got a chance to go back into attack, but there's Aspen in the way to take the mark at centre-half back. Carlton get the ball back there. Chance for Mark Kerry's got it. And at the moment, it's only 11 points the difference, and the Tigers in there with a real chance for the 1982 grand final. Another short pass, but Buckley dropped the mark. Buckley still plays in front there, spins out of the pack, runs into Landy. Big Jones tries to get a hand pass out. Oh, Kane got one on the head that time, and the umpire will ball it up out there on Carlton's half-forward line, about 55 metres out from their goal. Lee and Fitzpatrick. Actually, Fitzpatrick got it down. Rioli tries to spin out of the pack the first time. He does the second. And it's a left foot kick back to centre field. The back is Waitman. Nearly grabbed. He's got the mark.
Great effort.
A beautiful mark over a much bigger player than himself. He's hurt himself too. A hand pass coming over to Wiley. And Wiley with a long kick looking for David Cloak at the back. Couldn't hold the mark. Backing up is Dill. Tapped out to Bartlett. Down goes Bartlett. Nearly one in the back. But he didn't find it. Finally picked up by Dill. And Carlton takes the ball away from the danger zone with a pass out there to Perovic.
Perovic to Johnston. Knock on.
Well, while it's out of bounds, Peter, I really felt it was a free kick to Bartlett down there on that forward line.
Obviously the umpire didn't know. I got the impression that Bartlett helped himself along with a little bit of a nudge. Lee does it well. Gets around Ashman. Well played. Up to half forward. They're close to the boundary line. The chance for Perovic. Oh, Scrag high. Perovic goes after Welsh. Hunter has the ball. Had a very good game after being almost KO'd in the first quarter. Landy. Rioli. Mervyn Kane moving well through centre field. Oh, that's got to be in the back, doesn't it? Free kick to Richmond. Dale Waitman, the recipient. Jess. That's got to be a mark.
Well, Jimmy Jess is not the most popular guy at the ground here by the Carlton supporters.
Well, Jimmy Jess will certainly get the distance. The accuracy, we don't know about. 30 metres out, directly in front of the scoreboard in goal. A goal he would make it 5 points the difference. He has converted. Jimmy Jess bringing up goal number 1 for him for the afternoon. The Tigers 11-10, 76 to 11-15, 81.
The name of the game is Australia.
Gotta get the wheels in motion.
Give your car a premium clean and go car wash at BP. Answer a simple trivia question and you could win a fantastic Mazda 121. And collect 3 wash dockets, answer the simple trivia questions and we'll give you a state lottery instant win ticket that could win you up to $25,000. Give your car a premium clean and go car wash and enter today. BP, on the move.
Naughty girl.
Hey, this is new. Yeah, very nice.
The old one went west in the storm along with the roof. It was 20 years old, but they replaced it with a brand new sofa.
Yes. New for old. Most of them are doing it now.
What about fair dinkum new for old? You know, with no surprises and nothing to leave you out of pocket. What sort of insurance company does that?
Don't tell me. RACV Insurance.
It's not just another insurance company.
With Telecom's new 0011 super off-peak rates, you can call 8 countries midnight to 7 a.m. weekdays and automatically save half off the peak rate.
Like half-peak rate to Britain.
Like half-peak rate to America. Half-peak rate to New Zealand, aye. Half-peak rate to Japan. Italy. Hong Kong.
To Ireland. Nepal.
Telecom's 0011 super off-peak, half off the peak rate, midnight to 7 a.m. weekdays. This is Australia calling.
That one and that one?
How may I help you?
I'll try these. It's great. Good colour. It's good fabric. They're the ones.
G'day. You know, my favourite spots around Australia all have something in common, like Coonamble. So they should be the first to know about new Coon Spreadable.
Hey, where's the cheese?
Try this new Coon Spreadable. Great coon taste. It's all natural. Here we go. Got to keep spreading the news. See you later.
Coon Dambo, Coon Nelson, Coonua Bridge. Stop the fridge. Coonawarra, Coon Goomerang, Coonabarabran. Spread this new Coon, man.
New Coon Spreadable. Spread on the great taste.
Spread the word.
Pick a
Don't leave that car just sitting in a heap. Come to Pick Apart, where everything's cheap. Second-hand parts for second-hand cars, from a door to a wheel or a bumper bar. Now at Pick Apart, there's nothing on the shelf, because you bring your tools and do it all yourself. Check out the cars for the part that's right. You're sure to find it. There's hundreds on site. Then you strip the car for the parts you need. But do it carefully, because there's no warranty. Fossil Road, Kilside, 7 days a week. Entry's free and everything's cheap.
The big action movies are on 7 next week.
Get ready for a surprise.
Starting Sunday, see Hollywood's hottest
Your whole
stars.
life's just a dream.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who the hell am I?
Sharon Stone.
Have a nice day.
Bigger than ever, Total Recall. Then, Chad McQueen follows in his father's footsteps. In the premiere, Martial Law. Then the training's over.
It's a war.
Nicolas Cage and the fugitive's Tommy Lee Jones in Firebirds. The big action movie starts Sunday on 7.
5 points the difference. 81-76 in the 1982 grand final from the MCG. Jimmy Buckley on centre wing position, trying to get past Rioli. Well played from Buckley, but he can't gain possession. Rioli does on the boundary line, almost like a rugby league touchdown. A free kick going to the Richmond Rover. Maurice Rioli playing on. Long to half forward. Welsh. Hunter. Perovic loses it, back to Ken Hunter. Good handball taken by Malin. Malin back to Perovic, and the Blues go forward.
And the ball coming out there now to Ashman on the centre wing position. Drives it down towards the half-forward line. The ball will be out of bounds about 50 metres around from the Carlton goal.
Landy bleeding freely.
Oh, very nasty cut across that left eye of Landy's. It's been a tough game today. One of the toughest grand finals we've seen for a long, long time. Off the top of the pack now and got that one. Quick kick that time by Bazasto. Coming to meet it now is Dunn and takes a mark. Looks a bit to me if McClure was limping a bit down there, Bob, too.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Lou, because he was in doubt before the game started. Let's face it.
15-metre penalty, and the difference now only 5 points in favour of Carlton. We've played about 7.5 minutes of this last quarter of the 1982 grand final. Jones going in pretty hard there, and the ball is finally for out of bounds. Still about 45 metres around from the Carlton goal. Well, there's nothing in this match. That's how it's been all day. Finally knocked away by Strawn. Coming to meet it now is Rawlings. Gets a hurried kick, even though he's grabbed. Back, great mark to Little Waitman. He's starting to fire again in this quarter. 15-metre penalty, and this gives him a chance to send them really deep into attack. Goes for a short pass out wide, and that helps Butts, but Wiley's got on his own. Finally across there towards Jess coming in for the fly. Got up high, couldn't hold the mark. Now it's Roach kicking it off the ground. Finally it comes to Land. He couldn't pick it up. This gives England a chance, but he's having a lot of trouble doing likewise. Out to Glaskett. Glaskett's grabbed, and he'll get a free kick against Roach. And Glaskett to take that free kick out there at half-back.
He's limping too.
So the difference is only 5 points in favour of Carlton. Can they hang in there and win this grand final for the second time in a row? A long hand pass coming out there to English. A long kick back there towards the half-forward line, tapped on by Martello, and the ball is out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Carlton goal.
7.5 minutes gone, final term. Lee and Fitzpatrick. Knocked down to Bazasto. Fitzpatrick again. Solid mark. Richmond fans don't agree. Carlton skipper, but a very good second half. 17 kicks he's had, and that's a good effort. Speaks for itself. Well, plenty of Richmond players are there. Kane, Johnston late on the scene. It's on centre wing. Hunter and Welsh. Play on, says the umpire. Welsh grab. Malin comes in. Welsh gets run in the back, and he'll get the free kick. Well, what was your decision? Peter Welsh, centre wing. Short pass. Jones is there. So too is Dool backing up. Plenty of Carlton players making sure it didn't go to Richmond hands. Johnston at half. Oh, dropped the sitter. Fitzpatrick. Long kick by the Carlton skipper off target, and that will make the difference. I think an even goal. 3 for 1 behind. And at the MCG, 76-82 in the 82 grand final.
And we're just over the 8-minute mark of this last quarter, and it's a goal the difference. Kick out there to Dunn. He's got the mark a little short of half back. Both sides pretty tired, but Carlton seem to me as if they have a couple of players limping out there. Dunn nearly messed this up. As a matter of fact, he did mess it up.
Call play on with the umpire, Lou.
Call play. There's a free kick to Mazzusto against Martello. Oh, he said dropping the ball. I don't know what you thought about that, Bob, as we see Martello kick the ball back now. A fumble that time by Little Way, but he got one in the back. Taps the ball back. And the umpire said it'll be against him for scooping it. And the free kick to go to Wayne Johnson towards centre-half forward. A short pass, it's a good one. And McConville's got the mark about 45 metres out from goal. He's going for another short pass. It'll be okay, and Aspen's got it. And he's pretty close to the goals. He'd only be about 20 metres out, and Aspen's already kicked 2 goals.
Poor defence by the Tigers there. Mervyn Kane standing alongside a teammate on the mark. Aspen completely clear on his own.
Aspen coming in now for his 3rd goal. Oh, it's a shocking kick. And it's out of bounds on the full. So the Tigers still in there now, only 6 points the difference. That could have been the backbreaker, Bob.
Yes, they're the vital goals that you just cannot afford to miss.
Waiting on Dunn to bring this ball back into play. Dunn kicks the high kick out there towards the half-back line. Plenty of people flying for that, but the umpires pay the mark. It'll go to Lane. It was a pretty good make. A courageous one. Hand pass over to Martello. The kick is out now towards the wing position. In front there is Roach coming in to meet it nicely as Johnson is away from Rioli. Finally kicks the ball back towards centre-half forward. Punched away by the Richmond defence. Picking it up nicely is Landy. Balks. Goes for a short pass. A dangerous one to Dunn. He's really under pressure here. Aspen comes in, takes the ball away from him. A hand pass back to McClure. Another one over to Mazzusto and a goal for Shaw.
Carlton 2 goals in front. Well, poor defence by the Tigers. And Peter Mazzusto bringing up his first goal for the afternoon. Carlton 12-16, 88 points. Richmond 11-10, 76.
How can we get to Nakuru?
There'll be a group headed there in about 10 minutes.
At McDonald's. Get your game card, scratch 3 game pieces, and match the property group to win a Continental Holidays family trip to Disneyland, flying Continental Airlines. Or you could win instantly.
That's fine. I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. I know I can.
Pick up your free AFL Premiership Victory Celebration poster from Monday at Mitre 10. Yes, you can. Only at Mitre 10.
What do you see when you look at me? Who I am or who I can be? Hey, I've always been around. You just gotta dig deeper down. And I feel better now. Yeah, I feel better. I feel better now.
Out of sight. When milk tastes great, most makes the trick. What's the trick? Your mother shift has brought the milk. Now stir it, make it quick. Chocolate, strawberry, big time taste up here on Planet Twig. To make way out of sight. Yeah, makes the trick. Banana flavor, all right.
G'day folks, I'd like to tell you about the new Nissan Fishing Show. There's everything for fishing and it's much bigger than last year. There's plenty of fishing gear for sale, demonstrations and experts to tell you all about fishing. And some lucky person's going to win this boat package from JV Marine. Magnificent. The new Nissan Fishing Show is on for just 3 days, starting this Friday at the exhibition building. Now I'll be there for the entire show. Don't miss it. See you there.
BASF. Now with super impacted particles, the next big step in video performance.
8:30 tonight on Inspector Morse. A priest found dead.
All seems pretty straightforward.
A simple murder.
Straightforward, perhaps, but pretty.
Or Inspector Morse's most baffling case yet.
Nothing was ever proved.
Was it a ritual killing?
Poison chalice, indeed.
Or something more sinister?
I wish I knew.
Before this case is solved, 5 people will die.
It's a murder a minute.
The suspense will leave you on the edge of your seat.
I know who you are!
Inspector Morse, 8:30 tonight on 7.
12 minutes gone, final quarter, 88 to 76. Knocked down by Lee. Waitman. Or collared too high by Johnston, the free kick. Oh, Brian Wood gets into the action. His moment one to go on with. 12 kicks, 10 handballs to Dale Waitman. This one long, into the forward pocket. Hunter is there, Cloak at the back. Hunter claims the mark. Wood offloads him with a good hip and shoulder. Puts him into the photographers.
Played a pretty good game too, Hunter, Bob.
Oh, he's played a fine game, Lou.
Boundary throw in.
When doesn't he?
In the forward pocket. Knocked down by Jones. Wiley, well smothered by Marcoux. Kick is high towards right half forward flank. Justo to Buckley, or Sheldon it was. And Kane taking the ball over the line, not particularly interested in keeping it in, I don't think. And once again, we'll see a boundary throw in, this time at the left half forward flank for Carlton. Lee in front. Rioli. Perovic. Met solidly by Wood. The end result of all that is a ball up, which will take place on centre wing. Carlton leading by 12 goals here in the 1982 Grand Final. 2 goals, 12 points. Lee palms it, straight to Marcoux. Ball smothered, off the hand, out of bounds in the middle of the players' interchange area. We'll see a throw in at the 14-minute mark.
12 points the difference in favour of the Blues. The Tigers finding it very hard to wear them down as we see Waitman trying to get the ball through the pack for Zusto. Buzzing there as he gets the ball over to Johnson. There's a pass. It's too long for McClure. Coming to meet it now is McConville. Well grabbed by Landy. Buckley chops 1-2 to the umpire. Called play on. Out there to Dunny. Falls over at a crucial time there. And the umpire's going to ball up about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. They're making plenty of mistakes, Richmond, down there in defence at the moment.
Yes, they haven't shown that cool, calm and collected approach under pressure, Lou.
Finally Dunn throws the ball out. Buckley's collared that time by Waitman, who's played a great game for the Tigers today. Been a great battler, Bob.
One of the players who has been consistent, like most of the Richmond players, quiet in the third term, but even then he was still doing his share.
Ball knocked out by the big fella Fitzpatrick, who's been a star here today. Rolls his kick is a bad one over to McClure. But McClure's off target, but that could be a very handy point. It puts them 13 points in front now, meaning the Tigers need 3 goals to win this one, and we're just over the 15-minute mark of the last quarter. So the Carlton side looking very good as the ball goes back into play again. Jones goes to Putts. Knocked away by Marlin. Back to Lee. He's grabbed. Drops the ball. Umpire said play on. Gave him the benefit of the doubt as Kane clears the ball back out there to Wood. And Wood, he's got one around the chop that time for Marlin, a 15-metre penalty. And he should get the ball down here to either Cloak or Jess, but they're both having trouble taking the mark in this last quarter. Ball comes down now to Wiley. Well tackled by Hart. Umpire called play. Will be a ball up this time about 25 to 30 metres out from the Richmond goal. By golly, he's played a great game too, Harms.
By James having a word to Kevin Bartlett, thinking that Kevin's had too much to say.
Well, that's about the 3rd time he's chatted up the old timer today. One thing about Glenn James, he won't take any tomfoolery with it from these guys. He doesn't care what their reputation is. Out to Bartlett. Snaps towards the goal, but there's no one there for the Tigers, and an easy mark taken to defence there by Wayne Hart. That's the boy I was talking about before. Since going on to Bartlett, he's made the world of difference.
He has too. Marcoux taking the mark, a little bit short of right half-back flank. Bortolotto just gets clear. Wiley couldn't trap it. Sheldon's there. Rollings Hobbit. Gould in the run. Never relied. Short pass from Gould, not a good one. Oh, Lee overran it completely. Glasgow gets a magnificent bounce. Absolutely ideal for him. Over the top to Buckley. In trouble, met solidly. Landy's there, holding the ball. Free kick to Graham Landy, left half back flank. Rains on centre wing. Puts the ball high, looking for Lee. At the back, Bezusto. Lee has the mark. And plays on. Looks for Wiley. Wiley at centre field. Short pass out towards the right half forward flank. Ryan Wood, he's lifted his game in this final term. Playing on. Handball to Welsh. Steadies. Shot at goal. One behind. So the scores 11-11, 77 to 12-17, 79. It's still 12 points the difference in the 1982 grand final. Anybody's match. Carlton naturally in the box seat to win it, but Richmond not giving in. Dool looking for a lead. Now he kicks it long. Jones and Roach has the speed, takes the mark. Roach would be about 55 to 60 metres out from goal. The former winner of the VFL goal kicking, played in the ruck this year mostly. Brian Taylor at full forward, but not playing today. He started at centre half forward. Lovely kick distance-wise. Accuracy, not what was required. Through for one behind. He's kicked 3 points, Michael Roach. 78 to 89.
11 points the difference now, so the ball back into play by Bortolotto out towards that half. Oh, there's Rains getting up. It could be interference against Sheldon, no doubt about that. And Rains will take the free kick. Gaskett trying to keep over the mark. He'll have to come back a bit yet. That's the kick by Rains. Up there towards the Cloak. Cloak and Bortolotto going for this one. Cloak got up high, couldn't hold the mark. Bartlett comes in, he's got a chance to snap, but he's put it right across the face of goal. Taken away by Johnson. A beautiful pass out to Perovic. And the Blues take the ball away from the danger zone. Perovic kick is a long one. Down towards the Carlton half-forward line. Fitzpatrick comes in. Upended a couple of players and went down himself. Grabbed that time as Aston by Kane. Good attacking defence that time by Kane, but the ball is out of bounds. On the foot, it'll be a penalty free kick to Carlton on their half-forward line. And to take the free kick could be Ashman.
Fitzpatrick really hobbling around there.
Fitzpatrick going off the ground, is he, or what? So where's he going off the ground? That'll be a blow because there's still plenty of time for Richmond to win this match. 11 points the difference. Ashman's kick is up there towards the forward pocket. The back there is done. But grabbed that time was Kane. He's pulled to the ground and the umpire will ball it up in the forward pocket position. Yes, Fitzpatrick off the ground at the moment in a bit of trouble with that ankle, I think it is, Bob.
That's the doctor having a look. And, Mike Fitzpatrick.
11 points the difference. Ball knocked out by Dunn. Back there to Johnson. Snaps towards the goal. Got a bad shot of the kick over. Oh, touched on the line that time by Rawlings. A beautiful save that time. And it's still 2 goals the difference. So the score was 11 goals, 12, 78 Richmond. To Carlton, 12 goals, 18-90. And we're just on the 19.5-minute mark of this, the last quarter. Can the Tigers get up and win this match, Peter?
And can the Blues make it 2 premierships in succession? McClure and Dunn. Dunn caught, didn't seem to have the ball. Out comes Marku, got one too high, holding the ball. Free kick going Richmond's way as Emmett Dunn gets thrown in a judo throw by Marku. Dunn, of course, a policeman. He might arrest him. He has the free kick.
I have to admire the coach of Carlton since half-time, Pete.
Been great effort. Dunn, an awkward kick to the centre wing position. Rains couldn't trap it. Wiley can, over his shoulder. Perovic and Lee. The boundary line is close. Good handball by Lee, looking for Wood, who got one in the back. Wood playing on. Game effort. Jones. Maven. Picked up by Ashman. Well tackled Rioli. Out of bounds, and the throw-in will take place in front of the MCC member stand. That's right half forward for Richmond. 21 minutes gone. Can the Blues hang on? Knocked down by Lee. Rawlings. Dool and Jess. Dool. Brings it wide. Looking for and finding Bezusto. Oh, Landy gave him one to go on with. stir things up a little bit. Very, very solid knock.
Well, it started off this way and it's going to finish that way, Bob. They've been at it all day, haven't they?
I wonder whether whether Basasto was the player responsible for Landy's eye, because...
Pinson's coming out. Landy has had his number taken by umpire Glenn James. It may have been, Bob. Was that the evener upper then, perhaps?
One wonders.
Umpire Glenn James writing the appropriate numbers and the charges in the book. The offendee and the offendor. Basasto has a sore neck, but importantly for Carlton at the moment, he has the free kick and the 15-metre penalty, it would appear. So that brings Peter Basasto 15 metres, still he goes on. Play continues. Out wide is Malin and Wood. Out of bounds on centre wing. Still the difference is, let me see, 73 to 90 or 78 to 90. 12 points, 2 goals would see a draw for Richmond. Martello. Picked up by Wilde. Out wide is Glascott. Right on the boundary line. Glascott brings it back towards centre field. Buckley is there for Carlton. Likewise, Robert Klomp. Long handball. Sheldon couldn't take it. Scoops it out to Klomp again. Very close to the boundary line. It's still in play. And it will be a ball up.
22 and a half minutes gone and still 12 points the difference in favour of Carlton. I've just got the feeling Carlton are going to hang in there, Bob, and win this one because Richmond don't seem to be playing on well enough at the moment.
I think from the moment they hit the front in that third quarter, Lou, their confidence went sky high, and now it's Malin who drives the ball towards centre half forward.
There's a go from McConville to fire at the goals, but he's off target and he makes the difference. 13 points, a very handy point at this stage of the match as we approach, or just over the 23-minute mark. 78 points Richmond to Carlton 91, and there's a big chance that Carlton could win 2 on end now. Out it comes there, and the mark couldn't be taken by Dunn. Tapped on by McClure very smartly. Over the mark, too. There's the one that counts. And that's the goal. I would say that's the premiership for Carlton for 1982.
The name of the game is Australia.
Saturday, 34 degrees.
Cloud moving in today. It looks like some...
In a country as unpredictable as Australia, your family deserves all the protection you can give them. The powerful Australian designed and built Mitsubishi Verada V6 wagon.
Hang on, this is my race. I've put a bet on at the TAB.
Who are you on?
Jenny.
Huh?
Oh, hey.
Jen?
Come on. Yes, yes, come on.
TAB, you've got to be in it to win it.
Pick apart, pick apart, pick apart, pick apart. Don't leave that car just sitting in a heap. Come to Pick Apart, where everything's cheap. Second-hand parts for second-hand cars, from a door to a wheel or a bumper bar. Now at Pick Apart, there's nothing on the shelf because you bring your tools and do it all yourself. Check out the cars for the part that's right. You're sure to find it. There's hundreds on site. Then you strip the car for the parts you need. Pick apart, but do it carefully because there's no warranty. Fossil Road, Kilside, 7 days a week. Entry's free and everything's cheap.
We are the day blues. We are the old baby blues. We are the kids that never let you go. With Unity the snows.
Oh, our favourite Navy Blues record.
G'day folks, I'd like to tell you about the new Nissan Fishing Show. There's everything for fishing and it's much bigger than last year. There's plenty of fishing gear for sale, demonstrations and experts to tell you all about fishing. And some lucky person's going to win this boat package from JV Marine. Magnificent. The new Nissan Fishing Show is on for just 3 days, starting this Friday at the exhibition building. Now I'll be there for the entire show. Don't miss it. See you there.
This disturbing film was taken beneath our shrine of remembrance. Time and water damage have taken their toll. For 60 years, the shrine has paid tribute to the thousands of Victorians who died in defence of our country. Now, the Shrine of Remembrance Restoration Appeal needs our support. Give now, if you would, lest we forget.
Okay, we'll have a crew there in 5 minutes.
Some people say we're more reliable. Our reporters are trusted and well respected. Others say we simply know what we're talking about.
You don't get recognition like that by holding back.
In the race for news, our team is meeting the challenge, determined to uncover the facts behind the headlines.
We pride ourselves in presenting the stories that are important to Melbourne.
Only 790 News shares a commitment to put Melbourne first.
Nobody knows news like 7.
Swans final quarter. 97-78 is the score. 7's big lead in the grand final.
And the ball comes out there to Wood. And the Tigers in the hot seat now as the ball finally pushed on by Rioli over to Hunter. But the Blues go back into attack. And at the moment they're 21 points in front. That's a pretty good lead at this stage of the match as we approach the 24.5-minute mark. And no wonder this crowd of 110,000, half from Carlton, or more than half Carlton supporters are rejoiced because they think they got the flag in the bag, and I'm inclined to agree with them as we see Rains come out of the pack that time down there at half-back. Shoots the ball back towards the wing position, but there's Dool. And look at these players really backing up now and making this game safe for Carlton.
Yes, and it's going to be even safer too, made that way by the weather because it's pelting with rain again as Buzasto takes a beautiful grab right on the boundary line at left half forward for Carlton. Blues finishing with their tails up. Long kick by Buzasto, an educated one perhaps because it landed about half a metre inside the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play about 20 metres from the behind post.
I bet the Carlton coach hopes it keeps on raining now at this particular stage of the match, Peter.
Yes, I'll go along with that. Knocked down by Landy. Rains, looking for and finding Wiley. Ashman to Buzasto. Oh, it's like an ice rink out there. Rioli is leg. No free kick.
Good play by Buzasto, though, and not only that, his whole second half, Buzasto hasn't had a lot of kicks, but the work he's done has been a lot of fine inspiration.
Rioli's kicked the centre wing. Jones. Roach. Over to Robert Wiley. Well, that's a high one. Doesn't cover much distance. Bartlett in front. Knocked away by Harms. Backing up, though, is Hunter. And well done. Hunter puts the ball out wide. Right centre wing for Carlton. Finding Glascott, who's always got pace and seems to be able to get on his own easily. McClure and Dunn. Dunn has the mark, taking it in front of McClure. Almost into the time on period, in fact we are. Kick towards centre wing. Buckley has the ball, but I don't think it will be his. It's a free kick going Richmond's way and will be taken by the blood-bespattered Graham Landy. Not a good day for him. Looks like a loss, a cut eye and a report. Roach on left centre wing. Roach plays on. Jones comes at him. Roach is down, but no free kick downfield. In front, Jessup, the back duel. Plenty flying for this one. Down to Rioli. But a free kick going Richmond's way. Arguably, you could say penalising the side, but David Pope has the free kick at the 27-minute mark, and he's already kicked 3. Still rain falling as Pope fires at the scoreboard in goal. What's he done with that one? Hit the post, did it? Yes, it has. So one behind when Richmond badly needed a goal, 79-97.
18 points the difference now, and I think time has run out for the Tigers, Bob, as we're at the 27-minute mark.
I feel sure time has run out, Lou, and although Post kicked 3 goals, you can take nothing away from the game with Mario Bortolotto.
Certainly not, as we see Hunter, another star player, going for a short pass. It's okay because Buzasto's got it. Well, there's no doubt about Hunter, too. He's a great player. They've had many good players, but the winning move possibly was shifting Fitzpatrick to centre half forward. He's gone off the ground, but it doesn't matter now because the Blues have got this grand final sewn up as it goes up there towards Williams. And chance for McConville. There's another goal. Another goal to the Blues. That's goal number 2 to McConville, and they've won the 1982 grand final for sure now. 11 goals, 13-79 Richmond for Carlton, 14-19, 103.
Yes, that really did sew it up, and Blues fans delirious here at the MCG despite the rain. It'll be a wet celebration. Watch it in replay. McCondrell taking advantage of the skill by Williams and making no mistake from 15 metres out. Back into the centre, 28 minutes gone in the final quarter. Richmond not doing enough. It's Carlton's flag. Oh, Landy clipping another one very, very solidly. This time he does look out for the count. He will get the free kick. Small consolation. Graham Landy at half-back. Wide to left half-forward. At the back is Perovic. Plenty of Carlton players there backing up, one of whom is Harms. Wiley tries to scoop it up. Knocks it forward. Bartlett calling for it. Can't get it though, and it will be a Derby throw.
We're at the 29-minute mark, or just over the 29-minute mark. And the Blues 103 points to Richmond 79. There's David Parkin down on the ground, the coach of Carlton. He knows they've won the game as Rioli has a snapshot for goal. And he may have put this one through for a goal, yes. But I think it's too late. That's 3 goals to Rioli. So the score at the moment is Carlton still 14-19, 103 to Richmond 12-13, 85.
Excuse me, you go away on family holidays, you know all the stuff they want you to bring along, you know, tents, picnic things, bicycle, fishing rods, dog food, the dog. You can fit it all in. I mean, you sit up front, it feels just like a sedan. But then back here, my goodness, sell tickets, hold the dance.
McDonald's Big Mac is 100% Australian beef. Kraft cheese, McCormick special sauce, onions, pickles, lettuce on a buttercup bun. And when it's served with French fries from Bird's Eye and a Coca-Cola, all for $3.95, it's a Big Mac extra value meal.
$3.95? Mate.
It's my time.
Naughty girl.
Hey, this is new. Yes, very nice. The old one went west in the storm along with the roof. It was 20 years old, but they replaced it with a brand new sofa.
Yes, new for old. Most of them are doing it now.
What about fair dinkum new for old? You know, with no surprises and nothing to leave you out of pocket. What sort of insurance company does that?
Don't tell me. RACV Insurance.
It's not just another insurance company. Who holds the record for the most goals this season? Who holds the record for the highest score in a grand final? Who holds the record for the most games ever played? Who holds the record for the most premierships? And who holds the record for the most exciting grand final ever? Your newsagent. Get hold of the special souvenir AFL Grand Final footy record. Out now.
Welcome to the Inside Edition that gives hard copy on real life in less than 60 minutes.
Ask yourself, what's in a name? You know this store is Clark Rubber, but explain this.
Well, yes, we have a great deal on vinyl flooring, just $19.95.
Clark Flooring.
Or this sofa bed, another great deal at just $499.
Clark Sofa Beds.
Or this park bench, $69. And this patio setting, $129.
Clark Cast Iron.
Or this moulded setting's a great deal at $79.
Clark Moulded.
And how about this kids' gym set for $149?
So, what's in a name? Obviously, if it's Clark Rubber...
There's a great deal more.
The fantastic colours of BASF. Now with super impacted particles. The next big step in video performance.
Thursday.
And in further news...
Oh, no. It's really big news on 7.
It's not how you make funny.
They're back.
Oh, my name is not Paul Keating.
And this time they mean business.
Let's do a bit of work on that neck.
A full frontal assault that'll show no mercy.
I'm Brian Shelby.
Our reporters have more pens in their top pockets, and not just the blue ones.
Toyota brings you a brand new season of Full Frontal presented by Fast Forward. Thursday, 8:30 on 7.
And that matters.
Centre bounce again. Rain still pelting down. But you can bet your life Carlton won't lose this one now as Big Jones gets the knockout down there towards the half-forward line. Coming into meters is Wood. A hand pass coming over now to Dunn. A long kick across there towards centre half-forward. Chance for Johnson to mark, and he does. But he'll slow it down because they know they've got this game sewn up. 29, just over 29 and a half minutes gone as the ball goes back down there towards that centre half-forward position. Kicked on by Williams, over to Rains. Walks, gets around Malin okay. Goes for the long kick, looking there for one of the big guys to take a mark. Belperovic couldn't hold that, but there's too many defenders there. But now, and there's the siren, and the Blues have won the 1982 grand final. 14-19, 103 Carlton, defeating Richmond. 12-13, 85. And no wonder they're happy. Look at the captain and the coach having a big hug, and so they should. It was a great move placing that fellow at centre half forward after half time. And David Parkin must be a very proud man because this is the second year they've won the premiership. Won them back to back, and that takes a lot of doing. A great performance. Big Wow Jones, he didn't do a bad job on the ruck. Johnson coming off. Of course, it was a game, Bob, full of incidents. The Richmond players, they're very dejected because at one stage of the match, they looked as though they had this game won at half-time. Rioli.
We see a very dejected Maurice Rioli there, as well he might be. But saw full marks to Carlton and looked a beaten side at half-time when they were 11 points down. But they're 5 goals for in the third term, while Richmond could only add 6 straight behinds. Certainly proved the deciding factor. Then in the last quarter, what more could you ask for from a defence? English, Bortolotto, Perovic, Hunter, Gould, and the other player, we see Malcolm Fraser out on the ground. And but it was a great defence by the Tigers. When I was looking at those players, I forgot, of course, one of the stars of their defence, and that was number 37, Wayne Harms. When shifted on to Kevin Bartlett, who was in full flight, Harms put Bartlett out of business, and in that last quarter, the evergreen Drew School, a magnificent final term, and well, Carlton fully deserved their premiership, a well-earned win.
Carlton winning by 3 goals, 14-19 to 12 goals 13. Helen D'Amico wasn't best on the ground, but Maurice Rioli was, and he was the first Norm Smith medalist in a losing side. And Gary Ablett years later went on to become the second in a losing side.
And also, there's a few Richmond players we didn't see at Richmond again after that.
That's right. It was the start of that big exodus, wasn't it?
Yes. They all went to Collingwood. Rains went to Collingwood, so did Cloak and Bortolotto. I wonder why he was included in the Carlton side. Mario Bortolotto. Now, why was he included?
Well, it might have had something to do with the first minute of the game.
You think so?
Well, he lined up on Cloakey, didn't he?
Yes, they were a pretty physical side, Richmond, then, too, and that's why they always believed they could beat Carlton. I mean, that goes back years and years at Carlton. But it's funny how sides have the wood, like we had the wood over Richmond in that era, Hawthorn, and Hawthorn had the wood, Richmond had the wood over Carlton, and Carlton had the wood over us, too, to a degree, and yeah, so they reckon that Carlton were weak, so...
Well, I guess we should explain what happened. Rumour has it, and it's only rumour, that Mario Bortolotto was given the instructions that if anything happened, he was to give Cloakey a whack behind the ear. And sure enough...
I think something did happen.
Something happened, and then he went.
But anyway, we shouldn't talk about this.
No,
this is football. I mean, we should be talking about
the rough.
I wasn't, he was. Oh, don't we all remember the rough things in football?
Yeah, but when we're watching and there's something happens and the commentators rise and the crowd
How many
goes...
coffees you had
You
now?
jump out of the seat. You love it.
No, I've been drinking coffee.
And I'll tell you who else left Richmond that year.
Who?
Barge Taylor. Didn't get the game. Remember there was that big discussion between, well, everybody involved, particularly in the media, whether they were going to play both Roach and Taylor on the one side. And they elected to leave Barge out, Taylor. And so he decided he'd clear out and go to Collingwood.
He went to Collingwood as well, didn't he?
And they got a few back, I think, Richmond, didn't they? They pinched a few from Collingwood.
Oh,
Johnny Anea?
Oh, yes, that was a little while later, though, wasn't it? In spite, I think, a couple of years later.
Sent them broke.
Oh, well, that was a mad time. Well, Collingwood were broke too, weren't they?
Well,
they were spending like...
Well, that's when the new Magpies took over too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The new Magpies?
Magpies.
Might have done the same this year with your mate, Barry Mitchell.
Well, I guess that's going to have to be resolved, hasn't it? But hasn't been a great season for Mitchell. Well, I've spoken to him, and he's pretty keen to make it amends, but I wonder if it's going to be a Collingwood.
He's got to play on the ball all the time, I think. He just lacks that yard of quick pace to play in the forward line.
Well, let's take a break from our great matches in the football marathon to have a look at one of the highlights of our Australian game, the high mark. Over the years, there have been some fantastic marks taken, and this is a collection of the best of them.
Plays on immediately here, right deep down to the goal. Right in towards that full forward area.
John Gill puts it onto his boot up towards... Oh, look at Jesselenko! What a ripper!
Well, listen, he picks it right up into the... Oh, a Patterson! What a beauty! He gets a left foot to it, but it's across the face of goal. Right in towards that forward pocket, and a glorious mark to Irwin. Boy West kicking in towards the centre. Right side. Wade from behind his left. Oh, look at it!
Rock of Gibraltar in defence all day. His kick coming along the member stand. What a mark! People went up the mile.
Berg's hands. His pass out the wall. Oh! The drop kick. It's not a good one. It's off the side of the boot. It's a battle between Wade. Oh, what a ripper!
To the wing position on the member stand side. Oh, Jesselenko! You guilty! To the wing position on the outer side. Oh, and there, Jesselenko, look at that!
Clifton now with a kick out to the half-back flank for Collingwood.
Oh, Greeny! It's a high kick up toward the square. Over that top. Oh, man, what a mark! Going towards Heath. Heath puts the ball down under... Oh, mark by Atkinson.
His shot across towards half forward for Collingwood. Up they go. Oh, take a mark.
But his kick is not a good one. Across it goes. Oh, and Grimmer.
Hughes screws it around. Up goes Moncrief once again, but Barker.
This is a chance now for Robert Smith. No.
Right towards the forward line. Hudson's put out of position. Oh, nice!
Not a very good kick, though, but it's up. Oh, beautiful mark! What a mark! Oh, ripper!
Right up towards the centre of the ground. Barker, magnificent mark by Barker.
Sit down, looking for Peter Moore. Moore up.
Goals. Up towards Peter Knight at the back. He drops it. Well down towards the full forward zone. Back at the back.
Evans' kick up towards Barker.
Robertson kicking up toward the full forward zone. Edwards trying to force his way through.
Kick down towards Glendinning again. Oh, what a magnificent mark down there to Sheldon.
Nice kick towards the centre. Oh, look at that magnificent mark from Matthews. Still on the ground, though. The mark of the day.
Quarter, Wells' kick sailing goalwards into... Oh, that was offside mark of the year. The goal. At the back. What a mark.
Particularly late in the game. Oh, look at that from Mark by Rain.
He folded, get the ball moving. Madden up high. Oh, what a mark. Oh.
Towards Brown and Capper. Oh, there's Capper again. How about that?
Forward. Banks up. A great mark by Banks.
The full forward position. The back is going. Oh. How about that for a mark?
What a mark. He's up forward, but here they go again. Oh, what a mark to Tommy Elvin. And a long kick up. Oh, look at that mark. His kick is not a long one up towards the left half forward. Long looking for Jackson. Abler. Oh, boy. What a mark.
Keep the goal. Capper's got to sit here. And look at him go. What a mark. What a great mark.
It was knocked back on. There's a great mark. Is that David Grant? It is, yeah. I don't think the breeze has a lot to do with it, Lou, but whatever there is, magnificent mark to McKeon.
One of the best kicks on the Essendon side. Into the 10 minutes spell. What a mark to Hazard. What a mark. Sure on the right foot, a high ball. Up the... Oh, have a look at that for a mark. Oh, Brinter. McClure in front. Langford at the back. Oh, what a mark to Bradley. Long in towards Capper in the square. Capper at the back. Got the simple mark. What a grab. He loves those from the behind.
Great play, out wide, half-back flank. Oh, what a mark. Is it a goal? No. Oh, what a mark.
He's kicked to half forward. Starcevic. Oh, Silvani.
Runs up towards centre wing. Chip pass intended for Burns. Wade to the left foot. A quick kick out of defence. It's 2-on-1, and what a mark!
Pity the crowd wasn't bigger tonight. It was worthy of a final-size crowd.
Whoa! A sensational mark by McCarthy. Back into their forward zone with a long kick. What a mark! To half forward. Shepherd! What a mark!
Brereton was well held by Laffey, but Abbott has played exceptional.
Thank you very much.
He gets it again and kicks it high to full forward. And what a mark by
McGuire.
Martin from centre wing.
What a leap by Honeybuck.
Centre wing. Oh! Rich!
From 55 metres, hits sail for goal. A long high one. Oh, what a mark! Randall hooks it back in front of goal. Here's danger for North Melbourne. Lynch! A brilliant mark over the... Runs his kick inside 50. Huge pack of players. Ablett. Well, as he come down with that mark, that is an amazing grab. He's got caught out of position. Now Manson takes front position. Oh, brilliant mark. Great mark by...
His kick down towards half-forward flank. Mitchell! Whoa! What a mark, Michael Mitchell!
Dean Rice to half-forward, but Winmar! What a mark!
It's a chance. Ryan a long kick. Fell with a leap! And Hawthorn just one behind.
Oh.
Lane, a big mark.
McEwen and Stoneham.
Ablett, great mark!
Straight down the centre.
Oh, Winmar! Oh, what a mark! Sensational! They're drifting it now to the half-forward line. Ablett will be the player! Great mark! Oh, Eagle! Oh!
Bennett. Unloads with the long ball. Huge kick. Down towards the square.
Magnificent work! Mark of the day. Kicks it nicely from a 1 or 2 metre start. Oh, look at that! A Kepper!
Who had a good third quarter. Irving or
Somerville!
Chance for North. Up towards the edge of the goal square. Allison.
A mark! Another opportunity. Simpson's long kick. Kick it! Oh, what a mark! Kicks it into that far side. Oh, what a mark! Dale Lewis, mark of the day. Langdon pressure, not bad. Grant's kick across his body. Winmar! Oh! He's on the wing and he boots it down towards half forward. Kick it in this situation. Oh! Loves it.
Al Higgins on the 1-2. Not a bad kick to Love. Wanganeen's beaten Love. Oh, great mark. Splendid effort by the 18-year-old.
Face for himself and kicks it out to the wing. High! What a mark! Mark of the day, Darren Jarman.
Kick by him to centre half forward. Oh, what a mark! Fantastic leap by Ridley.
This big stuff is Spawn. Breaks towards the full forward. Oh!
The main wearing possibly the Eagles' best. To the other side, spectacular Curly.
Francis, who had a quiet third term. Switched to against Tony Shaw. Had a brilliant first half. Oh, courage shown by McGuire. A magnificent mark.
Well, Lowe goes for goal. Lockett goes early and takes a magnificent mark.
Takes it away. Very prominent early. Oh, crowd really enjoying this match. Oh, what a mark by Paul Roos.
That's the kick from Larkin. Matthew Larkin. Oh! Why? I think it's a mark. Oh, look at that by Longmire.
Gets it back. Cooper kicks inside the 50. Dunstall's the target again. What a spectacular mark by Pittman in from the side. And off the left foot.
Centering kick.
Mod! Oh! What a mark! Oh! Brilliant! Gives it his best. Modric! That is the mark of the year.
And the mark taken by Steve Lawrence at left half back. Gee, not too much on offer. And he kicks up towards the centre.
Oh! What a mark!
Goodness.
It's mark of the year.
Big time by Somerville, but no mark. Off hands to Hardy. Hoisted high, short of the goal square. Courage needed here.
Steve Paxman coming into the side at the expense of Zanotti. Oh, Lynch! What have you done? Alarm bell sounding for North. Rarely forward in this term. Stevens towards centre, half forward. What a spectacular mark by Waterman.
But competitive. He's kicked to about 30 metres.
I reckon this one we're going to show 1984 is one of my fondest memories. It won't be for you, Don, but